Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Travis, that's my dad, his name is Rick. And today we are on the far east side of Tucson because I just bought this 1968 Oldsmobile Delmont 88 that has apparently 62,000 original miles on it. And we're gonna see if we can get it running and driving under its own power again. It's been sitting for many years, a couple of decades I think. It's been sitting right here in this same spot. Apparently as an older gentleman, drove it right here, parked it, and that's it. He got old, he got dementia, and you know, his health declined and the car sat like this. So the cool thing about this Oldsmobile is that it is a Rocket 455. So this is a pretty stout engine, pretty big engine.
455, that's a good motor. We know it's a Tucson car because this is the original plates from that year, the brown plates. They had brown plates. Oh, thank you.
Oh, cool. Is that the title?
That's the title.
Oh, cool, cool. We have a title. We don't have keys though, but title is much more important. So we'll take a look around the car just real quick, see what we're working with before we load it up on the trailer. But just from the pictures I saw online of this car, it is super complete and super original. And I think pretty rust-free from what I saw.
Oh, it's a Tucson car.
Yeah, so is that factory air or is that add-on?
No, that's add-on.
That
It's got a factory it's got an add-on air conditioning unit. You can tell by them that old York compressor. And
yeah, it doesn't look like a GM compressor. But it's got that, look at the rocks. Did those, wow. Usually those mice don't put rocks that big under here. A lot of sticks and twigs and thorns, but they put rocks under there. A little bit of pack rat damage. You can see all the turds right there. Somebody took the plug wires off.
At least they didn't pull the plugs out.
Yeah, no, yeah. You're right on that. But the plug wire, maybe they did that for like anti-theft, you know? If you crank it, it won't start. I don't know why they would do that.
Oh, you know what? He said that he was worried about people stealing, so maybe that's why he did it.
He could have just took the coil wire off, but I guess that works too. Let's see if it's got any water. I'm just curious. Oh, something. Doesn't look like there's any water in the rad. All the way down to the bottom. 3-core radiator though.
Yeah, it had to have a big radiator with that air conditioner. Yeah, you can look at that oil.
Did you look?
Yeah.
Didn't look good?
It looks gummy.
Oh. It's got tranny fluid, which is a good sign.
Pull that dipstick, you can tell it's been sitting a while.
Yeah, that oil does look a little gummy.
A little.
Yeah. That's odd.
Yeah. I've never seen oil act like that.
I think the hood has been sitting up on it for a long time because
A lot of people do
the hood won't go down, and I can see that the wires have been sun-baked. You can see the color is almost baked off the wires in there.
A lot of people do that to try to keep the pack rats out.
Yeah. They'll leave the hoods up because they think the pack rats don't like it, but it's not good for... You can see the hoses, they lose their color and stuff from the sun. But either way, you know, whatever. You can't argue with it. It's just what it is. But look at look at how straight the car is. I mean, everything is there. Hubcaps are there, door handles, the key, the emblems, Delmont 88. You got the trim going down the bottom that doesn't even look dented or damaged. Clean car. I bet this had some kind of a vinyl roof. There's trim going all the way around the back. You got your marker light on the side, Oldsmobile. That's really neat. Bumper, tail lights, all the lenses are in it. Even got your reverse lights. This got hit up. I think this is where the gas filler neck is, behind there. Coming around to the driver's side, pretty much the same story. Nice and straight. Look at all the glass is intact. The front windshield's not broke, all the side glass is in it. I mean, it's not a bad looking car.
No, it's a clean one.
Yeah.
It's definitely not no junk bucket. I'm glad. What I was worried about is somebody would grab it and try to derby it. And I don't believe this car is derby material.
It looks like, I mean, it's 100% complete. It's just aged. Yeah, you got interior cloth falling apart and everything from the sun, to be expected. Got full carpet. Look at that big old fat gas pedal. Yeah, there's the under dash AC unit. That's add-on. Nice car. All the gauges. Got your controls. Ooh, wow, and actually. Transistor radio. No more tubes in 68. Selector looks like it works. Maybe if we hook a battery up, we may get lucky. It could play something. I did notice the hubcap on the passenger front was gone, and there it is. Got some cup holders. Oh, that's trash.
Well, I sure wish there was some keys to this car, because this car is up in the air on blocks. I know this is futile. 89.
That registration's from 89?
Last registration's 89.
He even jacked the rear end up and put it on a block. That's how scared he was of somebody stealing it. The gas tank looks pretty good. Hopefully it's not full of gas. Sounds empty, which is good. Look at those floors, guys. Can you believe that? Wow. You guys in the Midwest are screaming right now. Look at, you can just barely see surface rust just starting. You can even see the drips. You see the overspray and the runs from the factory paint on the bottom of the pan. That's crazy. Wow. That's the definition of clean right there. That's the cleanest you can possibly get without restoration. There's no cleaner.
That's what I was hoping there was some keys to that, because that trunk we could have used the bumper jack to jack it up and get it off the bricks. Yeah. I'll jack it up on this side. At least that'll keep it from tearing the gas tank out. The hood's been setting up, and maybe it'll sit here for a second and loosen up. Wiggling it back and forth. Ooh, look at that. Oh, here's the cap. Oh, look at that.
That PB's good stuff.
Look at that.
There, now it'll latch, yeah.
All the way?
Nah, well.
I don't think it'll come up.
Yeah, it's latched on the hook.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to come up.
She's up. We got the 68 Oldsmobile chain down to the trailer, and actually it already looks a little better in my opinion now that it's out of the rocks. Whenever you take a car out of some nasty hole, it always looks better up on a trailer. You can see the vision. I can see it going down the road. You know, it's actually got pretty nice patina. I know some people still to this day don't like patina, but it's not bad. And if you actually look over here, this will come out. See that? Right here? Some of that would look better. And then if you do a little bit of a clear coat on there, this car would look really good going down the road with a set of skinny whites, just like that. All the hubcaps, nice black tires, nice white walls. Clean this up, put some patina juice on it, make it shine. It'd be a good looking car. And that 455, Dad thinks it'd be a barnstormer.
Yeah, I like that 455. That's a good motor.
Now that we have the Oldsmobile Delmont 88 in the shop, we have to see if the engine is locked up, because if it is, totally cooked, because this thing has to run and drive. If it's locked up, we're in big trouble. Big trouble. I know you guys can't hardly see the fan. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, but I'm gonna pull on this fan and see if it's locked up or not. Actually, I'm gonna cut that air conditioning belt because I'm not gonna use that aftermarket air conditioner. This car did not come with air conditioning. This is an add-on unit. We're not gonna use it. Plus, it has that magical idler. It has an idler right here, and we know how that goes on road trips.
Yeah, we seen an idler go bad once. What was it? 150, 200 miles?
170 mile flat tow.
170 mile flat tow. Mm-hmm. Sure did.
So far, it's locked up.
Yeah. So far, yeah, that's how you know when it's locked up, when your feet's off the ground.
Oh no.
That ain't good.
The air cleaner was on it. I was thinking, oh, we're home free. Go the other direction. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's not good.
So we're just gonna jack it up, put it on stands, pull the cover off of the tranny flywheel cover, and get a bar on it. And that's your best point of leverage, because you can get on the crank. It's actually kind of hard to get to usually, you know, getting a socket on a crank. And plus, you risk breaking the bolt off in the crank. So the way we like to do it is get on the flywheel. That's your highest point of leverage, and if it's going to come loose, that's where you're going to get it. It's the flywheel.
There's a glare, and I just wanted to make sure I had it on the cross member. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, put it in neutral because it's in that crevice.
Oh. Well.
Is it neutral? It was probably in neutral before, wasn't it?
It's in neutral. It was in neutral.
Oh, okay.
I think those back wheels are just having a hard time turning.
Oh,
Tires
yeah.
are flat.
Well, as soon as I get this up high enough, let me get another bite on it. Put them stands under it. Let me get another bite on it because I'm afraid it's going to pull off of there.
Get over that hump, yeah. You know, they put these stress relievers in the concrete to, in theory, when the concrete cracks, that it goes along that seam. But it don't make a dang bit of difference. This concrete's not even 3 years old. Can you... Good deal.
Keep you from getting your face knocked off.
It's 3/8.
What? No, it ain't.
It is. I'm telling you.
That's a 7/16.
No, it's not.
I still think it's a 7/16.
There it is.
I thought that was 1/4 inch.
What?
Usually a 1/4 inch is 7/16.
Better go ahead and just grab me that black pry bar.
You'll probably be able to push it by hand, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can't believe an Oldsmobile be locked up, man.
Well, what doesn't make sense to me is, I mean, I know it's sat and all, but it had the air cleaner on it and stuff, so why? I mean, if it sat open, yeah, but not.
Shoot, we've even seen them set open and
Yeah.
not locked.
Maybe they put the air cleaner on it right before we got there. You know?
No. Nobody'd do that. It's Facebook. This is a Facebook transaction, you know.
It's always honest, yeah, on Facebook.
Watch your face. You don't want to end up without a tooth.
There it is. Looks freaking clean.
Sure does. Oh, there it goes.
It's kind of flipping back where it was.
Oh. Ooh.
See that? Like if I do it,
That's weird.
it goes back.
Something in front of the motor, maybe? Maybe the water pump, or... Let me just see. Maybe...
There's a weld on this torque converter. Like they drilled a hole in it to drain it and welded it back up.
Oh, well, that they used to do that. They sold a kit at GM that you could drill a hole and then put the pop rivet back in it.
Oh, I'm turning it.
I think the water pump's locked. Let's pull these belts off.
Is the water pump maybe locked up?
I think because when you're turning it, I see the belt like go in, you know, like
it's pulling it.
Yeah, like it's pulling it in. So,
All right.
okay. There we go. Yeah, the way that thing was like bouncing back like rubber. Yeah. That water pump's locked.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's only 2 belts on it, right? Alternator
Yeah.
and power steering. Grab that water pump.
It is locked up.
Yeah, it's locked up.
Wow.
That motor will turn over now.
I bet. There it is.
Hey, look at there.
Yeah, she's not locked up. It was the water pump. It's fooling us. Yeah, that thing isn't locked up at all. It's turning over just fine.
Yeah, it's just...
I bet if you put a battery on it, it'd do just fine.
You're
Well,
good,
we're
you're
good to
good.
go.
You're good. Has it got oil in it? Oh.
I don't know. Is it catching on that?
Oh, let me look. Maybe
It's
it
doing-
is. Yeah, let me look.
It's kind of doing that turning back thing.
You're just going for it.
There's the battery hold down.
Damn.
What the heck is that? It's got an external regulator on it. Like, loosen up that other bolt.
I think I already did. Off of that. Oh, look, see that? Look at that. I just touched it and it broke. Look, oh, they got a T. That can go, and then you can screw that straight down into the block.
So they have this external oil filter here that we're trying to bypass because the hoses are hard as a brick anyway, and it's already got an oil filter on the block. So we're just gonna block it off.
It just goes to show you they were taking care of the motor. I mean, it's probably clean. Get wrapped around my arm.
No pressure in the air conditioner. I'm actually going to take this compressor off. No one's going to ever use this thing again.
Oop.
Plus it's in the way of us doing the water pump and everything else.
This out or not.
I'm in the middle of trying to take this big old compressor off. I just cannot figure out how to get it off. There's bolts everywhere. I had to end up taking the fuel pump off the bottom, and there's a bolt way up in there. One last bolt on the head. You can see right there. Couldn't see it, couldn't get to it without taking the lower rad hose off and the pump off, but Dad's gonna be up there catching it. I'm gonna take this last bolt out. I feel like the bolt's kind of out. Hold on, hold. Wiggle it around. There's like a, yeah, okay. There we go. Now we can see everything better.
You want to go ahead and pull that radiator out of there?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Got a tranny cooler on this thing. We'll be able to probably get rid of that.
That's a weird place to put a tranny cooler, behind the radiator in the fan shroud. The tranny cooler should be in the radiator. What is that, like an extra external?
It's an extra. See, they got it running in, running out through there, and back to the trans. They did all that for the air conditioning. They was trying to keep this thing cool, you know.
Oh, I see. That air conditioning kit was a very extensive kit. It changed the brackets right here for the alternator. They had 2 idlers. There's an extra pulley on the engine. It's pretty wild. See that? These 2 are factory. That one is added on to line up with the air conditioner. And then yeah, they have this extra external tranny cooler behind them, which isn't even the right place to put it because it's catching all the hot air from the radiator. Usually you're supposed to put all radiators in front of the rad, because this is where all the cool air comes in. So tranny cooler, condenser, anything like that goes in front, and the radiator is supposed to catch everything. Nothing is supposed to go behind the radiator. Yeah, what they did was, so these are the factory tranny cooler lines that go on the radiator here and on the bottom, but they just cut that metal line and put a hose from here to the external, from the outlet back to the tranny cooler.
There we go. Should be able to
pull the radiator out.
Yeah. Ooh, look.
What?
Look. It's been in here. It's been in
Lebo.
Tucson. It's been in Tucson its whole life.
Wow, Lebo radiator. That's crazy. Dad's got a story about Lebo. That proves this car was in Tucson since day one, because Lebo is an old radiator shop. Are they closed now?
Oh yeah, the guy that was, matter of fact, he was in his 80s, and I took my tranny cooler down there for the Cadillac, 56 Caddy, and he repaired it, and this just goes to show you, the people always, I get it, you got to be careful with chemicals, I get it, but this man worked in the old-fashioned radiator shop since the 50s. Still in there messing with the solder, I forget what the dip that they dip the radiators in to clean. That place just reeked. It just old building, old garage.
And this was here in Tucson.
This was here in Tucson.
Guys. And Dad took, back when he was still alive and working, you did take a radiator to him. Which car was your green 56? I
took 2 of them. Well, it was tranny cooler. On the Cadillac, it has a transmission cooler.
Oh.
And I wanted to keep the factory transmission cooler, so I took it to him and he repaired it. And he told me that if I'd have been in there the week before, his paperwork and records were so accurate and perfect, if he had this number, he could have told me the exact date that radiator was done. So all those numbers did mean something.
Look at that. Lebo Radiator Service. That's a Tucson company. They're out of business now, but that is crazy. And look at that tag, that brass tag. I mean, that's old. Yeah. Probably had the radiator cleaned out when they put that air conditioner on.
They was fighting everything they could to keep this car cool.
Yeah, we need Mr. Lebo again.
Yeah.
Look at the inside of that rad. They still doing radiators or what?
No, they was doing hot rods and stuff like that. That's what I've noticed.
Finally, all right, we can get to this motor now.
Whole thing would come out of there.
It was done legitimately. You know, when they would have had to took this radiator off to put this condenser in, that's probably when they had the rad done. When they put this bad boy in.
Well, it would have had to have been at a time when all that stuff was available. This thing was probably put on when this car was fairly new.
I was about to spray these plugs down with some PB Blaster, and I was finding a socket that I thought might fit, and these plugs are already like loose. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah, they're all loose on this side. loose, 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 loose. Maybe he knew it would be sitting and so he put stuff in the cylinders to save it. I don't know. I don't know what to make of them. They look dirty. So I got my little borescope tool out to look in the cylinders, see what everything looked like. The top of the pistons looked like they had some carbon deposit on them, but the cylinder walls looked pretty good. None of the cylinders looked crazy bad, which I would expect because it turned over. And I was looking for wet to see if he'd put something on the top of the pistons, and he did. I think some of these look kind of wet, but then you go a few more in and you can actually see some standing liquid. So whatever he put in there, he tried to save the engine, so good on him. All right, so we got a good battery. We're gonna see if
Yeah, I don't see no sparks.
we can get it to turn over or something.
Let's see if the headlights come on. All right. Headlights.
Not a one.
Wait a minute. There you go.
There it is. Yeah.
Brights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
The ignition must be on. Let's see.
Turn them back on.
Headlights.
Check the back. All right. Yeah. Looks like we got rears. Try the signal.
Well, I got nothing on the signal, but I don't know if this ignition's on.
Okay, well, the rears are working though.
The running lights?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to turn this ignition on. What was the deal with this? Pull it out and turn the insides of it, or didn't the whole cylinder come out?
No, I haven't touched it. Yeah, I never could get it to turn that day.
Oh.
Oh, is it working now?
No, somebody's undone the nut that locks the key switch in.
So it's turning the whole thing?
Yeah. There's a key for this somewhere. I bet she has it. She had it in her house.
She just didn't know where it was.
Didn't know where it was.
The hazard's working one side. The bulb on the other side may be out or ate through. Let me look at the back. I don't see anything. I don't see anything back here.
All right, tell me if the brake lights come on. It's locked.
Yeah, no brake lights. Dad's taking off this underdash add-on AC unit because we can't get to the key switch, tumbler, anything with that in the way. And while Dad's taking that off, I'm going to take this water pump off. I mean, our plan is to get this thing running, so the water pump has to be done. There's no going around that. With seeing how the cylinder walls and everything look, I bet this will run. I bet. That unit came down. It's just 2 bolts, huh?
Yeah.
Broke that bolt. Dad's got the lock cylinder out and he drilled it out. I'm gonna have to get another one, but we're just trying to make this one work. Any means necessary right now.
careful about pulling on that like that. You got another one in there, right behind that hose.
I didn't see that. Wow. This block is really messed up. So this does not look good at all. I have no idea what. I usually don't run into that. That looks really bad.
Yeah, that does.
What did you put in there?
What did I put in there?
No, just in general. What did someone put in here? What would you have put in there? Because I mean that's bad. All right, battery is hooked up.
All right, so
Nothing?
no. I may not have this thing. I'm trying to keep from plugging it in all the way.
There we go. There we go. You want me to see if it's got compression?
Yeah.
All right.
Say when.
Yeah. Yeah, them do. Yeah. Again. Yeah. Oh, stop. Yep. Oh, we got oil pouring out.
All right.
It must be getting oil pressure.
Yeah, where we got oil pouring out at?
Oh, the literal open pressure hole went to that oil filter.
Yeah.
We know it has oil and oil pressure. That's good. We need to plug that hole.
Whew. Car's been sitting around a while.
Clean these old plugs up just so we can try and start it.
It's an Oldsmobile bubble.
Cleaned all the spark plugs, gapped them all at 30. We're gonna see where top dead center number 1 is. So, okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh, that was it. Go around. Yeah. Go ahead. Again. Bump it. Yeah. Again. 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 Yeah. All right, we're getting power. Wire's 8.5. It goes to the distributor. All right, so I put a new ground strap on the negative side, so we'll see if we get a blink. Is the key on?
Key's on.
All right. All right, try it. No, nothing. Points are not adjusted right. So I got on the points with some sandpaper, and I had Dad turn the key back on. That's firing really nice. Hear that? You can see it when it's firing somewhere else. Yeah, it's firing out of the coil. Hear that? It's working. You want to go ahead and just try it? Just crank it?
Crank it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Real good. Real good. Put the cap back on. Plugged off the tranny cooler lines. Put a couple of quarts of transmission fluid in it. We'll put the plug wires on. Make sure we get the firing order right. Then we should be able to put some gas down the yap, see if it starts. Go ahead and try it. Whoa.
What happened?
Had a little fire. Popping. Is that a valve?
No, might be a bad funky spark plug or a camshaft, one or the other. It started picking it up all right.
Yeah. Dad and I have been debating this for hours now about what to do about this, because this is really pitted up and bad. But that's not the whole thing. Is that this cover right here? This is the timing chain cover, and Dad knows a little bit about these. He worked on them back in the 70s and 80s. This car has 100,000 on it, and that timing gear and chain are probably ripe to go. I don't want to do it, but probably be glad I did. I'm going to bust this harmonic balancer off, take this cover off, and probably do a timing chain and a gasket, because we're already there. I mean, we're there. I don't want to do it.
I'm not. If it wasn't already a part, I'd just say the heck with it. But it's a part.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, you're what, 4 bolts away from taking it off? Well, in the harmonic balancer.
And plus, when I get tires put on this, I'm going to back it out, and I'm going to run a pressure washer through here. I'm going to take one of the freeze plugs out, maybe on both sides, because this is just really bad in here, and it's going to have overheating problems. We're going to have to blow the block out. Might as well do this. I didn't even give it nothing. Idling. Yeah, it's idling.
Yeah, let's go back over them wires real quick and make sure we didn't crank a couple of them around.
So while I'm doing this timing chain deal, Dad's gonna take these tires off, because we're gonna have to do the brakes anyway. This all has to come off. I already have the back jacked up. Dad's gonna put the tires on. I got some tires right there. 3 out of the 4 came. The FedEx person came and delivered 3 out of the 4. Why?
You didn't order shoes, did you?
No.
Okay. Look at them big old drums.
What?
Shoes are scrawny, but usable.
Yeah, they're a little thin, but
They're
about the same.
the only other thing would be to pull the hub on the front just to make sure.
Oh wow, it came out. All right.
Good time to look at the bearings too.
Looking.
Boy, they're sticky. What the heck was living there?
Here you go. Fronts are pretty thin.
Yeah, they're real thin.
Look at that back one. That's wafer thin.
Yeah, I think I'd get rid of them.
Yeah, probably get the fronts. Well, the fronts do most of the braking anyway, so I'll probably get the front shoes. Oh, cool. That's crazy. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to drill that. I had a drill bit out and everything. I do not like these locking caps. All right, let's put a camera down there, see what the tank looks like. I got the camera out again to look down in there, see what it was in there, if anything. And I think we got lucky because there was nothing in the tank. It's just bare empty. There's just a little bit of light surface rust on the bottom, but other than that, it is completely empty, which is what you want to see. Finally. All right, trunk is pretty clean. Look at that, the original mat. Some, oh, air shocks? That's cool. Adjustable shocks. Very neat. Got some random stuff here, some wiper blade refills, hubcap, the original jack, and a baby.
Hello.
Look at this one. Hey, and then there's a cat.
Oh,
What's he doing up there?
hey, cat. He's scoping out the scene.
Did you just go to the library?
Yeah, we went to a story time.
Baby's going down for a nap. Cat's doing whatever he wants. And we have an Oldsmobile service manual. Boy, this thing's all tore up. Got a spare rim, I guess, but no tire on it. Piece of trim that I'm not sure where that goes. That I think is the window trim that goes right below the windshield. So yeah, no, it's good shape. Car's in great shape. Check it out. This is the jack instructions. That's cool. I always like to see these. That would have went probably right there. You can see. All right, so we're gonna try and line the timing marks on this up because this chain is so loose that we're kind of worried that it may have jumped a tooth. Where is the mark on? Oh, is this the mark on the cam?
I think, yeah.
All right, so let's keep turning it. This and this may be it. I don't know.
Let me look. Well, I seen a mark on there.
Look at how much play there is.
Look at that. I bet you you could almost make that thing skip. Look at that.
That's a lot of play.
That's way too much.
I mean, how many degrees of timing is that play?
Yeah, you couldn't drive that like that.
15, 20 degrees of timing play there?
Hold on.
We need a timing kit. Broke both of these bolts off in the manifold, so gonna try to weld some nuts to it, heat up the manifold a little bit, see if we can get those out. Yeah, it's not coming off. I got some I got some bigger nuts, welded them on there, heated it up again. Looks like this one's coming out. I got bigger ones so that I could put more weld down, try and make it stronger. A little more leverage. Heat it on the back side here. Yeah.
Is it moving?
I can't tell if it's breaking or moving. I think it's moving.
I hear it.
Keep the heat on it.
Okay.
Yeah, drilling it's worse than this because you never quite, get that drill bit on there 100% and it's off a little bit. This way you can perfectly retap that hole. There it is. That's more like it. We'll go ahead and put a new set of spark plugs in it for good measure. Never hurts to have a fresh set. Replacing AC Delcos for AC Delcos. Gapped them at 35 thousandths. Should be adequate. What?
What?
There's no oil coming out. What the heck? Oh, it's sludgy.
Sludge?
Yeah, but it's still... It got oil pressure, but that's weird. Good thing we didn't run it too long. What the heck? That ain't good. Slap a new master cylinder on it. I'm sure that old one was no bueno anyway. I was just about to repack these wheel bearings because I'm trying to put these brakes back together. I guess I never noticed it because they were all in gasoline and beforehand they had oil on them. So this one looks good. But this one, the inner wheel bearing on the front, got torched. I have no idea how that happened. I just noticed it. All the needles, the bearings, I guess, falling out. So luckily, O'Reilly had another one, same size, fits good. Looks like it's going to work. So we'll repack this one and put it in and I guess trash that one. But as far as the brakes go, have new wheel cylinders on, new front brake hoses, new rear center hose. Got both of the rears put back together with new wheel cylinders. So after I pack the front bearings, get the new shoes put on, and the hubs put on, all the brakes will be done. So I'm putting these hubs back together, and this is something I've never seen before. I noticed when I took these apart, it had this crazy looking king nut with this weird looking cotter pin that's not a cotter pin, and the passenger side had a regular, king nut. And I was thinking, well, maybe somebody switched it over. Why would they do one side? But actually, if you look at this, this is the end of the speedometer cable. Usually they're in the transmission, but it's actually getting its speed for the speedometer from the actual wheel. And this is a square and this is a square, and then this goes in there like that when you put the cap on, and when the wheel rotates, that's what rotates this and gives you your speed in the car. It's kind of interesting that they did it that way and didn't put it in the transmission. So got both of the hubs put back together, got all the wheel cylinders on, got the master on. I had the master gravity bleeding. I loosened up those fittings on the master, and fluid started coming out, so I tightened them up, and I'm just letting that fluid sit in there. We'll bleed them here in a minute, but right now we're trying to deal with the harmonic balancer and timing cover. So we're putting the sleeve over this because see how pitted that is? So that sleeve makes it to where the seal is going to ride on a nice surface again.
How's that?
All right, so new sleeve on. Nice surface, won't leak oil. We're about to put this timing cover back on, but it's kind of a pain in the neck because it's actually supposed to go on before you put the oil pan on, but the oil pan's already on. So I had to take most of the bolts out of the oil pan so that we can pry it down so that we can put the cover on and then suck the oil pan back up. Okay.
Yeah. Push it in there. All right, so we're ready?
Yeah.
Everything's on. Ready?
Mm-hmm. There it is. There it is. I can't remember. There it is. So now we can put the tires on. Since we have all the brake parts on and together in the front and the back, we can set these on and actually put the car down. Alright, we're going to bleed these brakes real quick since everything's all together and ready to go. Go ahead and pump it up. I'm not hearing any air or anything. I may have to bleed it up at the master a little more. Alright, go ahead. Yeah. Again. All right, let up. Before I put the back of this on the ground, I'm going to replace this fuel line. This thing right here could get you. It's old, it's hard, could be cracked, whatever. Also, I want to take this off and blow through this from the front and see if it's clogged, and if it's got stuff in it, I want it to blow out, not directly back into the tank. You're just going to suck it all back up. So let's get this hose off. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, so we got that hose replaced. One thing I noticed, after I blew air through the lines, there was gas here, obviously, but there was also gas over here. I'm like, what would the gas be? How can it get over there? So I started looking right there. I replaced the hose now, but that hose obviously was cracked. So we definitely would have had problems out of that. It would have either sucked in air and made the car run bad, or it would have leaked fuel, or both. Good thing we caught that. I want to see if this block is plugged up. Yeah. Yeah, there should be flow out both sides. Yeah, it's really blocked. See how it's just eking out those holes? And that water should be coming out as fast as I'm putting it in there. Eking out this side, it's coming out this side a little bit better, but running some electrical fish tape, trying to knock it loose and pressure wash it out. Let me hit it. Look how nasty that water is. We'll keep hitting it. So we've been going back and forth running this sewer tape wire through the block and hitting it with a pressure washer, you know, shoving the wire in, hitting it. And we are getting a lot more flow out of this. I've hit it to where a lot of clean water's coming out. I'm not 100% satisfied with the flow, but it does have flow. And just in the interest of time, I don't have time to bust these freeze plugs out and really dig in there and whatever. So I'm going to put the front of the engine back together and run it, and then, you know, maybe drain it out at some point and put more water in it. But we have to get the front of this back together. Now that we've power washed the block out as best as I really can, I'm going to go ahead and put the front of this engine back together because we still haven't ran it for any length of time. Got the front of the engine put back together after a lot of fighting because I forgot how the power steering bracket underneath the pump went. I had to take it back apart and figure it out, but it's all back together. Water pump, pulleys, fan, got the heater hoses plugged off, got the fuel pump plumbed in, shroud, rad, cover, whatever that you call that. Oh, the belts are not tight. Have to tighten up the belts.
Yeah, I was just curious about that.
Yeah, I have to tighten up the belts. We're just going to fill it with hose water because I'm sure I'm probably going to have to drain this out at some point. Put more water in, you're just wasting antifreeze. So once we fill it with water, tighten up the belts, we should be good to try and start it and run it longer, get it warm, see if the tranny maybe goes into gear. We got brakes now. Radiator mounted up pretty good. Tranny cooler lines, they screwed in just fine. And I will say about these radiators, these Chinese aluminum radiators, bought a lot of parts from China. I think everybody has, and I have had the least amount of problems out of the radiators. They usually fit pretty good. They're cheap. I mean, that radiator was $165 shipped to the door, taxes, shipping, handling, everything. That's a pretty good price. I called up the parts houses, AutoZone, O'Reilly, and Napa, and they wanted like $350 for a radiator, which I think was kind of an original, maybe another brass one. But you get these eBay radiators for cheap all the time, and they do a good job, and they're a little better than brass, let's be honest. You get a calcified, jacked up radiator that's plugged up. You buy one for $150, and then you can get 40 or 50 bucks out of that brass one at the scrapper. So anyway, these are good investments. Go ahead and fill it up with water. I just put probably 4 gallons in the gas tank. Filled up the power steering. If the pickup in the tank isn't plugged, we should be able to get something. All right, we should be able to start this now. Hey, stop. What in the world?
What's wrong?
This belt twisted and then it took the power steering belt off. Got some new belts on it. Running a lot better. Want to back this thing out. Alright, so we keep getting this popping back through the carburetor issue, and I want to see if all the valves are opening and closing, and what I'm scared of is that it could have a wiped cam lobe, which can cause that popping issue. If it's got a wiped cam lobe, we're sort of dead in our tracks because, yeah, we just are. I don't want to think about that. This one's not opening. Oh, 2, 4, 5 back. All right. Gonna have to see what's wrong with that. Push rod's perfectly straight. It's not a good sign. Oh, it's hot. Oh. So I put my little all-seeing eye camera down into the push rod hole to see what I could see, and it looked like the lifter looked pretty intact. It looked good, but when I went to the other one, I guess when I pulled the push rod out, it just exploded the lifter. The clip must have broke because you're looking right down into the hole of the lifter, and then there's the guts right there in the valley. So that is not good. Top of the engine would have to come off. So as far as the Oldsmobile Delmont 88 goes, it will run, but after seeing what I saw down in the engine, the intake needs to be pulled off. It needs a set of lifters, and one of the rocker arm pedestals, the one that was jiggling around, is wiped because it's aluminum and it's just wore out. It may have not got oil or something like that, and on top of that, the engine block is still, I think, full of crap because it was trying to overheat like 5 minutes after I cranked it up. But we can still see if it will drive around the yard. Well, the car will run and drive. I think it's a little bit low on tranny fluid. I could feel the transmission kind of going in and out of gear, but as far as the car goes, I may keep it around and fix those things that are wrong with it. But if you are interested in the car, I think I got $1,500 tied up in the whole thing. So if you want to email me if you're interested in the car, you've seen everything, seen the underneath and all that. It definitely needs the freeze plugs blown out of it, the block pressure washed out, or you may get lucky and keep pouring Blue Devil in it, running it, dropping it, running it and dropping it. Like I said, it definitely needs lifters and the intake taken off of it. But the engine is definitely not trashed. It's totally fixable. And I know what you may be thinking. Yeah, dummy, you heard that noise when you first started it up. You should have known better. Obviously, something was wrong. Well, when you first start cars up after they've sat for 20, 30 years, they make all kinds of noises. They belch and smoke and tick and slap and all kinds of things. And usually you can work them out. And, you know, they're never happy once you start them up like that. And typically it's simple enough to where you can get in there and jimmy it around and fix it. But this one is just, you know, it's got deeper problems that it's just going to require more in-depth work. And sometimes, you know, you get popped, and I got popped. It is what it is. But I think that'll do it for this episode on the Oldsmobile Delmont 88. Like always, guys, I very much appreciate you all watching. Dad and I very much appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who's picked up a t-shirt. If you haven't, you can pick yourself up one at theetravisb.com. I have international shipping open. People have been, a lot of Australia orders, which is pretty cool. A lot of watchers in Australia. Sometimes you get cars and they're easy all the way through, and sometimes you get cars that fight you tooth and nail and they never give you an inch, and this is one of those cars. And sometimes that's just the brakes. So either way, guys, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you very soon in the next one.